All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 24, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve a service agreement between Western Wayne School District and ProCare Physical Therapy Incorporation for services of an athletic trainer for the 2015-16 school year at a minimum of $23,600, prorated on an hourly basis of $21.50 per hour.
I'll second it.
I'll just clarify, that's $23,650. Did I hear that right, or?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And that was Mrs. Bliss seconding the motion?
Yes.
This motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
I have a question. The amount for this year, in retrospect to last year, is it an increase from ProCare?
Yeah, 50 cents an hour.
50 cents an hour.
We're having max, Mr. Cadenzi, 1,100 hours. So the max increase would be $550. We will not likely use 1,100 hours. So there's going to be an increase, probably less than 550.
And then for what this year's number was, if we exceed that with us having to pay for the Dream Game athletic training, will that exceed the amount
No.
of this year?
No, it won't.
Okay. Because regardless, I made it clear on Wednesday, I find it to be a little bit odd and reprehensible that we have to pay for athletic training for the county team. The taxpayers of the Western Wayne School District should not have to pay for the athletic training of an all-star game held in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I don't stand for it. I feel that the Lions Club and all the good that they do for the community and all the good they've done throughout the years, I don't see how they couldn't assist, as I know they have in past years, with physicals, with dental checkups of these kids, and also with other coverages that they offer these kids in this game, why they can't assume this burden, and we should not put it on the Western Wayne taxpayers to pay for this.
I do agree with you, AJ, that we should not be providing a trainer for the Dream Game. I thought that was going to be a separate agenda item so that we could either say yes or no to that.
That's
item.
not part of this motion.
I didn't think it was.
No.
I linked
No,
it.
he's talking about a separate topic.
Yeah, I linked it.
Can I just
No,
clear,
it's
it's only
not.
$250 for the Dream Team.
And again, in previous years, so the last 9 years that our kids, our coaches have not been the coach and we didn't pay, the other schools paid. I mean, this is distribution of the cost throughout the districts evenly. From my standpoint, I don't see that it's an issue. I mean, last year we didn't pay and our kids had a trainer available. The year before we didn't pay, they had a trainer available. This is sharing the burden throughout the districts that participate in the game. If we don't want to participate, we can make that known too.
My point of principle with this is
Well,
that
I understand your point, AJ.
I'm not going to take Mr. Pasciutti's word that the schools do it. I want to see it in ironclad writing that the schools have provided these services. I think it's very fair to the taxpayers
Well,
of the Western Wayne School District.
we'll ask for that
Regardless.
verification.
That'd be great. I think that's what due diligence is.
Well,
So
let's not waste somebody's time over $250. I
I
mean,
don't
come
find
on.
it to be wasting
Can we
anyone's
move
time.
on?
It's
Well-
taxpayer money.
All right, we'll move on. Are there any other questions or comments regarding this motion that's on the table? Again, that's a separate topic, what Mr. Cadenzi brought up, but we can discuss that separately. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Any abstaining? The ayes have it by a vote of 8 yes and 1 no by Mr. Cadenzi. Item 25, do we have a motion?
I recommend that the Board of Education consider the adoption of the following policies first reading as listed.
I'll second it.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
I'd like to thank the committee again, and Mr. Sheehan.
Yeah, again,
So much.
This committee has done a tremendous amount of work over the last year, bringing these policies to us, and thank you for putting your time in throughout the weeks.
I would like to say that that's all thanks to Mr. Sheehan, who has been the leader in giving us appropriate information on how we can make good decisions in regard to our policies.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sheehan.
Mr. President, I have a request. Can we separate the school police officer from the rest? due to the fact that I oppose the school police officer policy, but I don't oppose the other ones above.
Well, the others will all pass, 8-1 or 7-2.
I just was wondering, because we've done that courtesy before for other board members who wanted them to be separate.
Again, I don't think it's necessary, but again,
I wanted to
I made a note of your concern over 315, policy
And
315.
then I would like to speak to 315 as well. On Wednesday night, underneath this new policy, we are going to have our police officers requalify and recertify their firearms every 1 year, which is, the state of Pennsylvania, I believe you can correct me when I'm wrong, is every 2 years you have to recertify and meet the Lethal Act, okay, the Lethal Firearms Act. I would like every 6 months, twice a year, for them to have to recertify. Because we did have an incident here. We had a major incident happen, and I believe it's in the best interest and the safety of all the employees and the children of our district to have every 6 months recertification of firearm training. So, thank you.
And we did not consider that for every 6 months because our school is only open for 9 months out of the year. So every 6 months wouldn't even fit in that category to have them recertified.
I just think we need to go above and beyond, twice a year, regardless of the school session.
Anyone else? The motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Any abstaining? The motion passes by a vote of 8 yes and 1 no by Mr. Cadenzi. Item 26, do we have a motion?
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the revised job description for the school police officer, attachment 1.
Second. The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Any abstaining? The ayes have it by a vote of 8 yes and 1 no by Mr. Cadenzi. Item 27, do we have a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve the following chaperones for the National Honor Society trip to Boston on May 28th to 30th, 2015 as listed.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 28.
I recommend the Board of Education approve the overnight trip and chaperones for the high school and middle school TSA State Conference in Seven Springs, PA on April 15th through 18th, 2015. Chaperones David Roop, Brian Landry, Georgia Mitchell, Kim Butler, Joyce Smith, and Jennifer Carell.
I'll second that.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
Do we have a cost for that?
There's no cost to the district.
None whatsoever.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 29, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve a contract with Western Wayne School District and Amy Williams, extended school year physical therapist at the rate of $65 per hour. This contract is on an as-needed basis and per student's IEP.
I'll second it.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 30A, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the following personnel to be added to the district substitute list for the 2014-2015 school year per certification, Act 24, 34, 151, 114, 153, 168 guidelines, employment eligibility verification, U.S. Department of Justice. Nicole Longette, cafeteria secretarial and teacher's assistant. Phoebe Olsemer, area of certification is art. Paula Strada, area of certification is art. And Patricia Widener, area secretarial teacher assistant.
Second it?
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Any abstaining?
I abstain.
The motion passes by a vote of 7 yes, 1 no by Mr. Ganenzi, and 1 abstention by Mr. Olsemer. Item 30B, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the employment agreement between Western Wayne School District and Business Manager Rose Emmett, effective July 1st, 2015.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 30C, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the following appointments for the summer extended year program 2015 contingent upon enrollment at the following rates pending adjustment upon updated contract as listed.
I'll
Could you
second the
read, could you
motion.
read them?
You want me to read them?
No.
There's a lot of them.
We'll let you go this time. Second was made by Mr. Olsmer, I believe. This motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
Yeah, just a quick question. On a roundabout figure, how many kids do we normally have partaking?
Probably around 50 to 60, I would say, throughout the whole summer, so at different times, so, a lot, yeah.
We should note here that a lot of these people share responsibilities, that we're not just hiring all these people to work all the time. It's summertime and they divide up the responsibilities and everybody pitches in. So
Exactly.
it's not like we have 60 kids and we're hiring all these people to work full-time. So,
Exactly, thank you. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 30D, please.
I recommend the Board of Education approve the recommendation of the Superintendent, District Administration in the following appointment. Declan Srachia, temporary professional employee, special education, step 1M, $48,633, pending adjustment upon updated contract with applicable fringe benefits effective the beginning of 2015-16 school year.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
This is a replacement? Replacement?
Yes. Yes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Any abstaining?
Abstain.
The ayes have it by a vote of 7 yes, 1 no by Mr. Cadenzi, and 1 abstention by Mr. McDonough. Item 30E, please.
I move that the Board of Education approve the authorization of reasonable assurance of employment letters to be sent out by the Superintendent's Office by May 1st, 2015 to substitute teachers, custodial, secretaries, 10-month, cafeteria, teachers' aides, library aides, and all approved substitutes as listed on the district substitute list for 2014-15 school year with a return required by June 30th, 2015 to be included on the 2015-16 district substitute list.
I'll second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 30F, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education appoint Dr. Kathy Sally, DMD, as the district dentist to examine students upon original entry and in grades kindergarten or 1, 3, and 7 at the rate of $5 per student for the 2015-16 school year. This fee will include the dental equipment needed for these screenings.
I'll second the motion.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
That cost is the same every year for the last several years now, right? Yeah, okay.
I just have a
Just thank-
comment that this is required by the state. And if the school dentist does not do the exams, then the exams must be done by the family dentist.
Thank you. Mr. Olson?
I just want to thank her also for fitting this into her schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't have to do that.
Well, it is a good thing in a way, though. They do get more clients that way, obviously. Yeah, yeah. So it's a selling point and a roundabout way. It's a good thing.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 30G, please.
I move that the Board of Education accept the resignation for retirement purposes from Guidance Secretary Arlette Marquette, effective the end of the 2014-15 school year.
Seconded.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 30H, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education accept the resignation of Emily Martinkovich, Assistant Track and Field Coach for the spring 2015 season.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 30I, please.
I recommend the Board of Education appoint the following to the listed coaching positions for the 2014-15 school year at the salary listed in the professional employee contract pending adjustment upon updated contract. Andrew McCaffrey, Ultimate Frisbee, partial, prorated, $3,049.
I'll second the motion. The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Any abstaining? The motion passes by a vote of 8 yes and 1 no by Mr. Gadenzi. Item 30J, please.
I recommend the Board of Education approve the following to the list of volunteers: Dan Capwell, varsity baseball; 2, Todd Hope, junior high baseball.
I'll second that.
I have Mrs. Fiorella seconding this motion. The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 31 are informational items. The 2015 through 18 District Comprehensive Plan was approved by the Department of Education. Important dates: a high school musical, Susical, will be April 18th at 7 p.m. and the 19th at 3 p.m. in the high school auditorium. PSSA English Language Arts grades 3 through 8 will be April 23rd through 29th. Title I Awards Night, April 24th at 5:30 p.m. at Evergreen. PSSA Mathematics, grades 3 through 8, April 29th and 30th, and May 1st. PSSA Science, 4th and 8th grades, May 1st through the 5th. The Junior-Senior Prom will be held May 2nd at 5 p.m. at Lador Lodge. AP testing will be May 4th through 12th in the boardroom here in the district office. High school spring concert, art show, and academic fair will be May 9th from 1 through 5 p.m. 6th grade band spring concert will be May 12th at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium. 7th and 8th grade band jazz band concert, May 13th at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium. NEIU reading competition will be May 14th in the high school and middle school from 3:30 through 9 p.m. The middle school chorus concert will be May 15th at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium. National Honor Society induction ceremony will be May 20th at 7 p.m. at the high school, and Keystone exams will be May 20th through June 3rd. Do we have any correspondence at this time?
Yes, Mr. President. We had correspondence this morning from Kinder Morgan Corporation. Kinder Morgan's an energy company. They do a lot of infrastructure work in the region. And on Wednesday morning, they're going to be at Evergreen with a very generous donation for some playground equipment. So,
Awesome.
Ms. Waters, she's going to try to make it.
Good, oh, that'd be great. Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the superintendent's report? Assistant superintendent's report? Principal's reports? Any report on federal programs?
No report, Mr. President.
Thank you. Have any of the board members any further business?
I'd just like to recognize the, our robotics club that did so well at their districts. You know, they did extremely well. Also Alex Long for being athlete of the week today in the Scranton Times, quite an honor for his accomplishments. And we also did very well in March at the Penn State indoor track and field athletic competition. We placed fifth, I believe. So a lot of good things coming up. I want to wish the teachers and the kids all the best with the PSSAs as they come up. And I hope and wish them all the best in that stressful time of year. So thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hollister, I would just like to say, and I wish I had some more information on this for the public, to look out for a heroin program, addiction program, that's going to be presented up at the Hamlin, I think it's the fire hall. Does anybody know for sure? On the 16th. It's an excellent program. Janine Edwards, our district attorney, kind of put this together and scheduled it. I wish I had more information. Maybe we could put an email if we find out through the school.
If we could
Do
find
you
out,
know?
put it on our website, that'd be great.
I believe it's
They did the whole thing 2 weeks ago?
we did it here,
Okay.
and it was excellent.
And the 16th, you believe it
I
is?
believe it's the 16th
That'd be this Thursday.
in Hamlin. Maybe I have it in my calendar. Yes, it is the 16th
Thank
at
you.
Hamlin. Good for your kids, good for the adults.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
I just wanted to say one thing. On April 30th, at 7 to 9 in the lower level of the Salem Public Library, we're going to have meet the new school board candidates that are running this year. And if you could get the word out, we'd really like everyone to come. We're going to have an open forum. They each get to speak for about 5 to 8 minutes, and then we're going to open it up for questions. So if anybody would like to come, it's going to be April 30th, Thursday,
Thank you.
And where's that?
at the Salem Public Library in Hamilton.
What time?
Oh, 7 to 9, I'm sorry, at the lower level, okay?
Thank you. Anyone else? Our meeting scheduled April 22nd at 6 p.m. will be a presentation of the narrative budget. And that will be held here in the district boardroom. On April 29th, we will have a board committee meeting here in the district boardroom. May 4th is our next public meeting. That'll be at 7 p.m. here in the district boardroom. Our recent meetings, March 4th at 6:30 p.m., board committee meeting was held for negotiations with WWSP. March 6th at 9 a.m., a board committee meeting for policy review was held here in the administration building. March 10th at 6:30 p.m., an executive